This is an explainer for the online court costs app 2Bs. We're on the website. Let's just go ahead and start the web app. And you'll see it brings us to a screen here where we can select the rules that we want, High Court or District Court. If we're in the High Court, we also have the option of using the rules that are applied until August 2019, which still apply in a limited number of cases for steps and proceedings taken before then, or for proceedings commenced before then. Here we can see the familiar categories 1, 2 and 3. We spend most of our time in category 2, so I will leave that selected. I'm going to use a made-up example of a plaintiff claim following a 3-day trial where costs are being calculated. What we're going to do is just move through these itemized lines, clicking the box that we want. And whether it be A, B or C is something you can decide, and it defaults to B. So if it is B that you want, you don't need to do anything. Okay, I've clicked item 1. These follow the item numbers in the schedule to the High Court rules. Let's say there was a reply. Moving quickly through it, we prepared for a first case management conference to which we filed a memo. And let's say that there was a further case management conference requiring a further memo. I've just pressed that plus button to give me another memo. We appeared at the first and subsequent case management conference, so we had the first one and another one. Again, I'm just going to press that plus button to give me a further appearance. Let's suppose for a moment that our successful plaintiff had a successful interlocutory application. I'll come on to a moment, and before I do that, let's say there was normal discovery, normal in the sense that there weren't interrogatories or notices to admit facts, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and click list of documents and inspection. A, B or C. You could choose the relevant letter depending on what's been ordered or what's appropriate, what we're claiming, but let's just leave it on B for now. Okay, as I mentioned, we had a successful interlocutory application. Clicking the box here for filing the application, preparing submissions, the bundle, and appearing, and let's say it was a half-day hearing. In this box I'm going to describe the hearing of interlocutory application, which is a half day. I can just type that straight in, 0.5. Let's leave the other boxes blank for now. Alright, we're preparing for our witness hearing. We did briefs. As I mentioned, 3-day hearing, so I'm going to type that number in. Let's say we did the bundle, which defaults to 0.5, which is the way the rules work for that item. Preparing for the hearing, where the number of days of the hearing is also taken into account, which is 3. And then appearance at the hearing. Let's say we just have the sole counsel. Trial, 3 days. There's a catch-all here for other steps not specifically mentioned, but as allowed by the court. Not really that common, but if there is something along those lines, you can describe it here and select ad hoc the applicable daily rate that has been directed for that item and the time allocation. Having filled all of those out, we can move down to disbursements. I'll just do a couple just to illustrate how it works. Filing fee for the statement of claim. If you know it, you can type it straight in, or you can select a figure from a range of default amounts that to regular players would be quite familiar. Here I'm going to select $1,350. I'll do one more. Filing fee. Let's say we have a scheduling fee. I do not offhand actually remember what that is, so I'm going to arbitrarily put in the figure of $1,600. This means we can now move on to considering whether there's anything else category, bit of a residual or mop-up one there. I'll leave that blank and go ahead and generate the report. Now, as a paying customer, this is the moment in which you will enter your credit card details and make payment. I'm going to take that as read for now and move to the online report. And there it is. Well, if you were really interested in reducing your carbon footprint, I suppose you could just leave this online and just gawp at it, commit it to memory, and then relay it verbally as appropriate. It probably wouldn't be very helpful. So one option open to you is to download it as either a Microsoft Word document or as a PDF. Quickly looking through the report online here, we have that line item that's taken from the relevant schedule of the High Court rules, headings, and then a description of the items themselves, first in terms of legal costs and then disbursements. Alright, I'm going to download that as a Microsoft Word document, and we're away. Let's open that up to have a look. Here's something I did earlier. And what do you know? It's a very nice looking Word document that you are completely free then to amend as you see fit. It defaults to having the word schedule there, contemplating that the document will be a schedule to a memorandum of counsel, and that default daily recovery rate. And there are all of the things that we filled out. And it is represented as a table which you can amend or have someone in your team amend as appropriate. Little tip for young players here. I have formatting unselected on screen. That is achieved by pressing the Pilcrow button there. If we do press Pilcrow, Microsoft Word, it does look a little bit funny, but that is not actually how the document would appear when you are using it, so we'll just keep that Pilcrow off for now. Alright, I will just step back through it to show downloading it as a PDF. Let's go ahead and click that button. It is downloading. Let's save it and then open it. And here we have the option of keeping the rather nifty looking colour scheme. And you'll see all of those familiar items from the online report. I suppose if you were only conveying it electronically, leaving it in this format might be agreeable to you. And as noted, you have the option of simply downloading it as a Microsoft Word document. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for using the app.